Ooh, I got that shit on. Walk
Walking
away
with you,
through
your
your
ass
ass
fat
fat.
hat up.
My
My nigga
nigga
in the
in the
cup,
cup,
making
making face
face on
on
the
his
iPhone.
iPhone.
I don't bring shit
To
to
the
the table
table
but
but
an
an
iPhone.
iPhone.
Pussy,
Pussy.
fuck a condo, if
Be
in
in
the
the
penthouse.
penthouse.
Real good
Nigga.
stuff.
Oh, this is going to be my favorite episode.
Yeah.
Makes you so happy. Makes you so happy. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Hey guys, and welcome to the We Got Time podcast.
We really do have time, and here we're going to be talking about our shit, our real run of all the topics about pretty much everything.
So yeah, stay tuned, guys. Okay, cool. So, the Lord Himself, God.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm Christian. Taz.
I'm Muslim. So I thought you were going to say something.
I was like, wait, yeah, so it's going to be really interesting because we're going to be talking about our relationship with God. But obviously, it's going to be the same regardless of what religion it is that we practice. So, yeah, but I feel like we should say like our journey into like, sorry if I say Christ, but I say Christ, so our journey to Christ.
Okay. Don't call me, bro.
Yeah, just journey with God, relationship with God, whether it's like on a personal level, non-personal level, over time as well, like starting from being a child, upbringing, parents' influence, and then going on to where it's gone a bit rocky at times and there's been distractions, and then how we are now.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh. Okay. Well, so this is quite personal. Probably the most personal conversation we've had so far.
We're getting deep.
Yeah, we're gonna get a bit deep. So okay, so obviously I'm Muslim and my parents are Muslim and they're very religious. So very religious. They're always on the type to be reminding me every single time, make sure you pray, make sure you do this, make sure you pray is most likely the one that's every single time. I was just normal. Then I went to Kenya and then I was like, I got kind of like extremely religious, like very religious. I feel like because of my surrounding, I don't really know. Shit kind of went downhill after I went to, I would say, A levels. I was kind of straying from religion, but I was still there, but I was kind of like just on a wave for like doing my own thing. I don't really know why, but I was on that wave, and that's kind of when I was just like, I would say I wasn't really doing the most Islamic things. Yeah, sorry. So, and then it went to now I'm just like, it's been like, I don't know, man. I feel like sometimes, I feel like in my past, maybe like the past couple of years, I'll be having like some weird internal battle. Not in weird, but like an internal battle to like, I'm like, I feel like what I'm doing is wrong. So it's kind of like, I know what I should be doing I know what I should be doing. Just like a whole 360 of what I'm doing. And it's like at the same time something is holding me back from it, but at the same time I'm trying to do it as well. But the thing with like Islam is like it's not really like
you can't be in between.
Yeah, you can't really be in between of it. As long as I would say as long as you're praying is the most important thing, you're good. But most things I would say, like wearing a headscarf and stuff, I don't know, man. I feel like I'm on my own journey. I feel like, I haven't forgotten God. As long as I don't forget God, as long as I implement God in my daily life, my prayers, just remembering Him, I'm good. But at the same time, I'm like, I could be way further than I am.
Yeah.
It's a bit of like, and then there's people who will judge and be like, what are you doing? Especially the Somali community, they're very judgmental about religion. And I just feel like you really shouldn't be because you don't understand what's going in my head.
Everyone's on their own journey with
Do you
God.
get it? It's like you don't understand it. Like you just, I don't know, man. I feel like, I don't know, man. I feel like you really shouldn't be because you don't understand what's going in my head. Do you get it? It's like you don't understand it. Like you just, you don't understand it. Like you don't understand it. Like you just, 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 you don't instead of saying bad things, I just feel like be normal. Like, you don't really, because same time there's people who like they're covered up, you know, they're preaching the word of God, and girl, they be doing the most fucked up shit behind.
Yeah.
Like, they be moving, they're moving mad, and that's like, it's just like it's between me and God at the end of the day. If
I feel like everyone's relationship with God is so personal. I feel like
yeah,
whatever religion that you're in, there's always going to be people who try and say that they're stronger in their religion than you are. Like, they're always going to say that you're not a good Muslim, or you're not a good Christian, or you're not a good Hindu or something. Like, they're always going to say something like that, but they know what battles they're struggling with God. Like, everyone is like, find some type of like struggle and also goes through their own like scenarios with God and battles like
yeah,
all the
and it's
time.
like you don't need to make things harder for someone because you don't understand what they're going through. I
Yeah.
feel like instead of hating and being
And God wasn't meant
very
to do
judgmental,
that.
yeah, don't. What are you doing?
Yeah.
You're not meant to be doing that.
Oh
So
my
it's a
God,
bit
guys.
of, I don't know, man. I feel like I'm trying. I feel like my journey hasn't ended. I feel like maybe one day, I don't know, man. I already know. It's just one of them ones, and I just feel like I'm just trying. That's all I can say.
And like, God's always going to support you if he knows that you're trying, and like you can find in him and you take time out for him, and like every action, every movement you make is like always, you always got to think like, God is letting me do this for a reason. Like, everything's happening for a reason. It's meant to be this way. If it was any other way, then it wasn't meant for you. This is the way meant for you. Like, that's just how it is. And I feel like people are always going to constantly have their views and opinions if it doesn't align up to exactly the way that they're living their lifestyle and their relationship with God is. Like, some people will constantly go to like the mosque or church every single like week, and they'll go constantly, and some people won't do that. Some people will keep it on a personal level and just interact with God when they feel comfortable to do so, like when they feel like they want to, when they want to have that conversation with God. And like, yeah, that's what I think about
How
it.
do you feel like your journey's been?
I feel like my journey has been a journey for
I feel like you've
sure.
gotten more religious.
Yeah.
If I compare it to like uni times.
Yeah. Because I feel like uni times was the time where like I didn't have the closest relationship with God, and I almost forgot God, and I didn't really understand kind of how he answered loads of questions that I had. So I'll start from the beginning of my life.
Come on.
Born into a yardie household. No, joking. Vlog class. Sorry.
Don't kill me, bro.
Oh my gosh. No, so born into a yardie household. I was raised to be quite religious. Like, I have really religious aunties. I feel like every single Jamaican person is going to say they have like that really religious auntie or like grandparent or someone like that, like in their life. And I had a great aunt who was really religious, and like I would always go to church with her. Like, when Christmas would come,
Your
we'd
mum's
go.
sister.
No, my mom's aunt. It's my great aunt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, what's the math?
Don't call me. So like every Christmas we'd go to like help out the homeless people, like feed them, stuff like that. We was like, she'd always take me to church. And like even when I was in London, like my mum would take me to church, stuff like that. And it got to a point where obviously school comes around, you start learning about science.
Yeah,
And
things
it's
you
just,
shouldn't be doing.
what's it called?
The
Like
naughty things.
energy.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck, I don't even know.
Counting.
I'm a Christian. I don't know.
Don't call
Sorry.
me.
So obviously after that now, I feel like life became like took control of me, and I lost the will completely. I lost the sight of God. Like, bearing in mind, when I was younger, I used to literally go to church. I used to cry, singing to God. Like, I was really like, I had a really close relationship with God, and then it just went downhill.
Why do you think it went downhill?
I just started getting distracted with life. Like, so much was going
I
on.
feel like it's
the pain
worldly
of life.
stuff.
Huh?
Worldly stuff? Do you feel like shit to do with worldly stuff in terms of like life shit?
Yeah, just life stuff. Like,
External factors.
obviously, I feel like when constant shit happens in your life, like negative stuff happen, or like shit that's not meant to go happens, like you always question your relationship with God.
Do you feel like you ever
And I feel
wondered like have you ever, I don't know, but have you ever thought God is not real? Have you ever got to that point, God is not real?
Yeah, I've questioned it. I've
Okay.
definitely questioned like whether God's been real. I definitely have. I'm like, why is this like some of the things that's just happened in my life? Like, I'm just like, it just doesn't make sense. So between like, I would say like middle of high school, going on to like the beginning of uni times, like I just was like so distant from God. I didn't even look towards him or nothing like that. I just felt like so much happened in my life during that period of time that I was just like, how is this happening to me? And I always ask like why all the time. And then I went, obviously with my ex, I was quite, his mom was quite religious and stuff like that. So he would like influence God into my life again. But one thing I feel like the reason why we didn't actually last was because we didn't base the foundation of our relationship with God. And I feel like you need to have the foundation of relationship needs to be God before it will actually go anywhere and like be long and perspire and stuff like that. So I feel like when obviously I was in Leicester, living in Leicester, like not in uni, I started to realise I'm like, why am I never at peace? I'm like, what's going on in
Rich people know if the baby has an issue before they give birth to it. So they have
this
the
is
facilities.
so insane.
Sorry.
I don't want to talk about it on the podcast.
Sorry. It's the first engagement.
Oh my god.
Sorry about that. Do you have a question for me?
I'm like, I don't know. I wouldn't know until I'm in that situation.
Okay.
I simply wouldn't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't honestly, if I became pregnant out of nowhere and I wasn't expecting it in life, then obviously I would have to consider anyways, like what I want to do with myself in that situation in that time. So I don't know until I'm in that time frame whether I'm ready for a child or not, because it's not even about them being disabled, it's about me being ready for a child.
That's how I'm a bit mad. Was that a bit mad? No, I'm saying
I'm trying to soften it up. Don't ask me that question, bro. It's fucking crazy. What would you do if you was in a long-term relationship with someone for 7 years plus
What? Sorry.
and
Keep
they
going.
hadn't proposed to you yet?
First of all, never say never, but I wouldn't be in that situation.
What situation?
7 years plus. Why did you not propose to me after the 3rd year?
Oh, so 3 years is the...
Yeah. Towards the end of like the 3rd year, I should be somehow having a ring on my finger.
Any type of ring. It doesn't have to just be engagement.
Yeah.
Just some type of...
Mine said 7 years, you know.
Actually, I'm not gonna lie, it has to be engagement because there's no point in promise rings. They don't mean anything.
True, that's for like child. It's like for baby stuff, like high school shit.
Yeah, we're in like year 11.
I want an engagement ring. We grown.
My thing is that men, oh my god, they're dating. I'm just like so confused right now because everyone I keep on speaking to and bumping into, like all females are just like the dating scene right now. I'm like, oh, is this not just me? I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, cool. You're like 30, you're realizing the same thing.
30.
Yeah.
Okay, I hope to God we're married by the age of 30. Well, I want to be married by the age of 30. Do you?
100%.
Yeah. I don't want to be dating at 30. It's obviously I know there's life don't go like that, but shit, nigga. If it was up to me, I don't want to be. I want a husband at 30, bro. I want a yard and I want a lot of other things.
Yeah.
I'm an old woman, 30 years old. Shit, nigga.
But I've actually realized, like, I feel like I want to be married by like 27, 28. I feel like that's the age for me. But then I don't want kids until like 2 years after that.
That's
like,
calm.
I've actually realized I actually don't want kids until a lot
as long
later.
as you're married.
I'm not ready anytime but that pain, dog.
I don't even think about that shit.
Nah, I thought about it.
What would you do if your husband's like, oh, the doctor's like, oh, you can either keep your wife or your kid. You can choose.
I don't have a wife.
No, sorry. The doctor's asking. The doctor asked your husband. He
So
asked.
what am I meant to do?
Oh, actually, yeah. Sorry, it's my question.
I'm like, choose the baby. Let the baby have a life. Oh, but... I thought about it.
I'll be a bit selfish, but I don't know. Okay, cool.
What would you do? What would you want him to do? Would you want him to keep the baby or keep you?
Me? Making me baby. I mean, that's a whole other topic I'm gonna get into. Literally.
Do you know what it is? If your husband didn't want to keep you though,
He must hate you.
that's not your husband. Too thick and thin, life or death.
At the end of the day, the husband's gonna be looking after the kid, and you know how men are with. I feel like the way the men are built is very much like we're nurturing, we're like caring, we can handle, we got the love. That's why we put the baby on our chest when we give birth to them. Men are very much like, oh, I'm a bodybuilder, I'm gonna fix that thing off the wall. Obviously, got the emotional side,
You're like,
but
I just want to play football.
yeah, like I don't think they can handle the whole.
I feel like it depends on the man. Like, obviously, some people probably could if they had to.
If they could, obviously, but I feel like it's a bit harder.
But I know for sure they'd want that feminine energy around them. So I know for sure someone else is raising my youth with you, and I'm not happy about it. And I'll be in the grounds like,
Yeah.
no, I'm not feeling that.
No.
I'm not at all.
Thank you guys for watching our episode. Stay tuned for the new episodes to come. We hope you've enjoyed this really personal, raw episode about God. Like, it was very personal. And yeah, we hope you've enjoyed.
I really hope that, obviously, I want some people to like share their obviously relationships with God. It's a very personal topic. I feel like no one really wants to talk about it. A lot of people feel shy to like share it and stuff like that, but it's really, honestly, it's really lovely. It's really refreshing to actually hear some genuine people talk about their relationship with God. I feel like people that talk about their relationships with God are only people that are like really like religious. Like, when I say religious, I'm talking like
I know what you mean. We both know.
You walk.
We both know. Yeah.
Like really, really passionate. Like, I don't feel the need to always talk about it in situations. Like, it's something that's it's helped. Like, God's helped me a lot with things, and it's helped probably a lot with a lot of things. So it's like, it's just something that's very personal. But don't discourage people when they're on their own individual journeys, guys.
Don't do that.
No. But yeah, so stay tuned. Click here for our other episode that we posted last week. Make sure you're keeping up with us. But yeah, make sure you share with your friends, follow us on TikTok. We also have a Twitter. I don't think we mentioned this in our other podcast, but we have a Twitter. So make sure you follow our Twitter. We got some little jokes going on there. I'm not a Twitter babe.
And I don't even post on Twitter, so I'm trying. So
girl, you're a Twitter babe.
Yeah, but I don't post on it. So
she's like, I'm on Twitter.
I literally like it.
I'm like, you need to screen record
it. Like, I don't know.
Because I used to, Twitter, no, it's only for business now. Seriously.
But she was like, Twitter, so it's not too
I was doing my research for an episode.
And I saved that message. So, literally,
I was doing my research.
We hope you love this podcast.
So much.
Hope you love it the way we love it.
Also, there's Spotify as well, so make sure you stream that. We're trying to pattern our Apple Music, guys, so do bear with us.
Yeah.
We're going to post, once we have it up to date, we're going to post all of the episodes on Apple Music, but do bear with us. But yeah, anyway, guys, we'll see you in the next episode. Bye.
Okay. We are done.
Oh my God, I'm so hungry again.
From there, it don't make sense.
I know you like that.
I know you like that.